former Deputy Assistant Director of the FBI, Danny Coulson. Danny, great to have you with us this evening. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening.
You have said that Jim Comey set the tone where his high-level officials, the kind of people that Ed Henry was just reporting on, felt free to take a political position and, from what we now know, acted upon it. Serious stuff.
It's very serious stuff. And I think what you have to do, Martha, is to put it in context with the text messages and what happened after that. The people that were involved in text messaging actually ran the investigation of Hillary Clinton, and they acquiesced to not having a grand jury. They acquiesced to not investigating the Clinton Foundation, and it raises all kinds of obstruction of justice questions about people who had a stake in the fight, who took action to ensure that this investigation was not fair and equal. And that, to me, is outrageous. I know it makes the agents in the field, they're outrageous. They're perplexed at how this ever happened. I've had them ask me questions. Did these guys not go to our academy? They don't have the same mindset we do. They don't have the same dedication to finding out the truth. They don't seem to care about our image of being nonpartisan. And they're as upset as President Trump is. But I think what we have to remember is the FBI does not need a redo. What the FBI needs to do is be sure that at the very top levels of our agency, that they are uncorrupted by the Department of Justice or anybody else with a political agenda. And I think that's what we're talking about here.
So what did you think when you watched Christopher Wray, the new director, the other day, who defended the agents, defended the agency, defended the ongoing investigation, which is now in the special counsel's bailiwick? Do you agree with him, or would you rather see the director of the FBI say, look, we have problems. We have issues from the prior administration, and we need to clean house in some respects? Should Andrew McCabe still be there, for example?
Well, I think that he has to find out what happened here. There are a lot of things that are coming out that I'm sure he doesn't even know about, and I will guarantee you that in the next week or so, you're going to have more agents who are tangentially involved in this investigation. They're going to come forward with some things that I think will curl our hair. I think we'll see. The jury's out. He shouldn't go out and make a presumptuous statement about we need a clean house. When he doesn't know the facts. Do we need a clean house? Probably yes, we probably do. But let's don't throw the baby out with the bathwater here. Yeah. The FBI is a strong investigative agency. They're uncorruptible. I did Iran-Contra. I voted for Ronald Reagan. I went after him hammer and tong. We are supposed to be apolitical and dedicated to truth and justice. That sounds kind of corny, but that's what we do. Yeah, and I think we have to find out what happened.
Yeah. What did you think of the president's comments today? And, you know, you're pointing out something that I think is so important for people to understand. And I do think that was one of the points that was brought forward by Christopher Wray and also by the head of the Rod Rosenstein, who is the Deputy Attorney General, that there are a lot of hardworking people in the agency and who are frankly disgusted with what they've seen happen. And they deserve to be separated from all of this. But we also have to get answers, which you seem to be hinting at, that you feel that we're going to hear a lot more information, as you say, from tangential people who are affiliated with this investigation. What makes you say that?
Well, I know the FBI. I know the FBI culture, and I know how they feel about the integrity of what they do. That's who we are. We are not FBI agents just for a title. There's a culture among us, and the ones that have left, and the ones that are still there, and we want to be viewed as somebody that's not corruptible. And I think that the leadership under Comey basically let us down. His former agents and his current agents, he let us down. He let politics creep into the process, and at least he violated the look bad rule here. And how that happened, I do not know. But I will tell you one thing, we do not need another independent counsel. I have been one, I've worked for one, and I will tell you, let's let the IG at DOJ get to the bottom of this. Remember, he's the one that found the text and brought him forward. Let's trust that process. Hope the Attorney General bucks up and supports this guy and say, let's find out what happened, and let's let the chips fall where they may.
And what about on the Hill? They're so frustrated that they're not getting answers from the FBI on this. How do they get around that? How does that change?
I don't think I think they should get the facts from the FBI, from the Department of Justice. There's always a temptation not to show yourself in a bad light as an agency. That's got to go. The only way to cleanse this thing is have a total, cleansing, tell everything that happened. Let's get to the bottom of it. Let the IG do his best and probably convene a grand jury to find out exactly what happened.
Yeah, and then in the end, whatever they have in terms of their findings will be respected. If everybody feels like that process has been what it should be in terms of being upfront about what really went on. Danny Coulson, thank you so much for being here tonight, sir. Great to see you.
I always enjoy working with you. Thank you.
And I with you. Thank you very much, Danny.